Hey there, STAT216 students, and welcome to your Spring 2022 Intro to Statistics class. I'm your instructor, Charlie Katurba. You can read a little bit about me down here in this little widget on our Eagle Online page. And this is the first of what will hopefully be many videos that I create for you during the semester to help guide you through the course. Today, what I'd like to do is show you how the course will be structured in Eagle Online, which is where most of the content will be found throughout the semester. First things first, let's dig into the content section of Eagle Online, which, no surprise, is where most of the content will be. This course is going to be broken up into a handful of different modules, and you can find these modules on the left-hand side of the Eagle Online content page. So under the table of contents, you'll see a few different modules right now: Introductions and Important Information and Module 1. Each of the modules will contain the necessary information as well as assignments for this course. So if we take a peek into Module 1 right now, there's some content for Chapter 1 and Chapter 2 from our textbook, as well as an interactive activity, an exam, and then a check-in. Each module will be structured in a similar way, so there will be content to learn about statistics, followed by an activity or two, an exam, and then a mid-semester check-in, so you can tell me how you're doing and how I'm doing throughout the semester. More important for us today, though, is the Introduction and Important Information section. This is what I would like you guys to familiarize yourself with throughout the week. So this is the section where you'll find a lot of the details about how the course will run and stuff like that. So we won't look at it together, but I encourage you to read the course summary. It's a little webpage where we describe what's in the course and what things will look like. The course content and assignments page describes how I'm going to deliver the content to you. Basically, there are going to be a handful of videos that you'll watch, but I also suggest that you perform some reading for each of these videos. And it describes the sorts of assignments you should expect throughout the semester. And to give you a little bit of information about that, one of your first assignments, we'll see where that is in just a second, is an introduction, where I'd like you to introduce yourself to me and to your fellow classmates so that we can at least have some feeling that we're all a bunch of humans learning statistics together. And after each module in the course, there are also going to be mid-semester check-ins, where these are essentially just anonymous little short answer quizzes in Eagle Online, where you get to tell me where you could use more help and how I could help you better. The intros and check-ins account for only 5% of your grade, as you'll see in the syllabus, but they are important for the efficacy of this course. To get practice, you'll also have online homework. More on that in a bit. There are going to be some activities that use RStudio. You'll have 3 midterms throughout the semester and then 1 final exam. And those are that's a quick summary of all the different types of assignments you'll have throughout the term. Navigating back to introductions and important info, let's see what else we have. There we go. Here's the introduce yourself discussion topic. So if you click on this guy, it'll take you to the actual discussion topic. So when you're here, hit start a new thread. I'll post one very soon so that I also answer these questions. This is a pass-fail assignment. You basically get 1 point for doing it, 0 points if you don't do it. And again, the purpose is to just introduce yourself to me and your students so that we remember that we're all people doing this together. In the Introductions and Important Information, you'll also find a copy of our syllabus. I encourage you to read through this carefully. And if you have any questions, the syllabus is always a great place to go to try to find the answer first. A few important pieces here. I have a handful of office hours. You can read when those are on your own, but more importantly is that I'm available much more often than you see listed here. And if you'd like to meet at a time that is not during an official office hour, do not hesitate to send me an email to schedule an appointment, and we can meet either virtually or in person. And if you'd like to meet virtually, I'll send you a Google Meet room to do that. You can read the welcome and course overview. What else is important here? One of the most important things for us in this class is going to be the textbook. It's called Open Intro Statistics, and if you don't want a physical copy, you can download a free PDF of the book, and you can find it at this link. There's also a link in the Introductions and Important Information section. So the textbook is free if you're happy with only having a PDF. The hard copies are relatively cheap. They're available on Amazon for $20 or a little bit more in the bookstore. The online homework system is slightly cheaper than last semester or than previous years. And we're going to be hosting our homework on Edfinity. The cost will be $29 for you. And if you follow these steps, this will get you enrolled in the online homework system. You might be wondering about technology and calculators and stuff like that. In this class, I'm going to encourage you to use RStudio as much as possible. And RStudio is just a graphical user interface for the statistical programming language R. Now, that might sound intimidating or scary, but at its most basic, RStudio is essentially just a big calculator. And fortunately for us, RStudio has a cloud-based version, and for most people, the cloud-based version is sufficient for this course. So if you follow this link on our syllabus, that'll take you to RStudio Cloud, and you can sign up for an account there. That said, I know that many of you are more comfortable with calculators, and if you want to use a graphing calculator on your exams and homework, you're more than welcome to do so. For this class, I'd suggest having a TI-83 plus or higher, and there are guides posted online for doing introductory statistics on these calculators in Eagle Online as well. In terms of grade breakdown for this class, 5% of your grade is dedicated to intros and check-ins, 25% for homework, 25% for activities, 10% for each midterm, giving us a total of 30% total, and 15% of your grade is a final exam. The grading scale is pretty standard. The attendance policy is not quite relevant for us right now since this is an online class, but essentially what I recommend is that you spend a little bit of time every day on statistics, whether that's reading the book or working on homework or working on an activity. Try to spend a little bit of time every day working on statistics. If you do that, I can almost guarantee success in this class. I'll leave the rest of this for you guys to read on your own, but it's, for the most part, pretty much boilerplate syllabus stuff. Also, in the introduction and important information section, I have a dedicated tab for office hours. This link also takes you to a place where you can download the course textbook. This will take you to our online homework system. There is another link to RStudio Cloud. If you don't want a cloud-based version, if you could imagine yourself doing more statistical calculations in the future, you might want to download R and RStudio. There's a link to do that. And there's some tutorials on getting R and RStudio booted up on your own machine if that's something that you're interested in. These two tabs might be beneficial for the remainder of the course because they are guides and resources for RStudio and for graphing calculators. So there are a bunch of cheat sheets. These are links to a few books and some helpful examples as well. We'll refer back to these a few times throughout the semester. And I believe that's about all I want to say. One last comment. Throughout the semester, as I said before, you'll have 3 midterms and 1 final exam. These midterms and your midterms and final exam will be completed on your own paper, but submitted electronically. So you're going to have written work that you submit electronically, and I'm going to require that you submit a single PDF file for each of these assignments. And the easiest way to submit a single PDF file is to scan your documents. Now, you might not have a scanner at home. There are scanners available at the library, but by far the easiest way to do this is to use a scanning app. And in the submitting written work electronically submodule, there's a link to using Adobe Scan, which is a particular free scanning app for iPad and iPhone, or using the same app for Android. Now, there are many different scanning apps, and you don't have to use Adobe Scan, but what I do request is that you submit any document, any written document, as a single PDF. All right, that's all I have for you guys today. Good luck getting started. Please fill out the introductions. I'll fill out one as well, and I'll respond to yours as they come in. I hope you enjoy this class. Good luck with the first week of the rest of your classes, and we'll be hearing from each other soon.